Good afternoon all. I am Professor Gibbs. I have a PhD in disappearances and class is now in session. Today I have one of my most batshit insane tales to tell you. This is a history lesson, folks. Strap yourselves in, because it might be a long one. I actually don't know how long this is going to take. What the fuck happened to Amelia Earhart? Now, Amelia Earhart was a woman that loved to fly airplanes. Couldn't vote, but she could fly a plane. One day, she disappeared. She went out for a flight and never came back. What happened? Now, a lot of people are like, well, she probably fucking crashed and died. My wonderful students, it ain't that simple. Let's start from the top. Now, Amelia Earhart was a firm believer in Greek mythology. Now, the story goes that gods used to come down all the time and have sex with mortal women, because they were fucking horny bastards, man. Having all kinds of babies. It's a real good thing Jerry Springer never went to Olympus. Now, Amelia Earhart was a firm believer because she got dicked down by Zeus. Amelia Earhart was actually the mother to the hero Perseus. Now, the catch here was that Amelia Earhart had the finest pussy Zeus had ever laid his thunderous cock in. He wanted to be able to come back and smash that shit down whenever he so pleased, because by the gods, he's a fucking god. And he ordered her to stay as fit and slim, as tight as possible, because that's how Zeus liked his ladies, baby. Amelia Earhart went out for her flight just like always, but on her way out, she realized, fuck! She forgot to bring her lunch. So then she made the gravest mistake she ever made in her life. She stopped for drive-thru. Now, she was only going to get a salad to stick to her vow to Zeus, but as soon as Zeus saw her pulling up to that Mickey D's, he raised up a big lightning bolt. He said, "Be gone, thought!" And he blasted her ass out of the sky, and she fell down into the water. Now, Zeus was hoping that she was just going to drown in that water, but Poseidon, the god of the sea, saved her ass, and he brought her up to Olympus. This caused a great war between the two brothers. Poseidon with Amelia Earhart had his side looked at Zeus and said, "All women are queens." Zeus looked back at him with an angry face and said, "If she breathes, she's a thought!" This caused a great war to build between the two that would eventually become Hurricane Katrina. Anyways, the two brothers were too bothered with their personal shit to be bothered with this thought, so they sent her down to Hades. And Zeus told Hades, "I want you to come up with the craziest, most over-the-top, most loony challenge you can think of. And if she overcomes it, she can win back her freedom." So Hades did exactly that. He turned her into a cartoon character. He turned her into a short, chubby, green alien man. And he planted her in a place called Moron Mountain, where she would run an amusement park. And he said, if you can make this amusement park the most successful attraction, then you will win back your freedom. Amelia tried for many years to make this thing successful. She tried lots of things. She tried crazy over-the-top roller coasters. She tried to make the best food possible. She added a strip club. She hired hookers. All the cocaine you can snort. None of it worked, because the place was a dump. Years passed. And then the 90s came along. She got thinking to what Zeus had said. Come up with the most loony challenge. And she realized right then she was gonna get the Looney Tunes. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, yes, Amelia Earhart was a short, little, fat, green alien antagonist in the 90s movie Space Jam. And as you know, or I'm assuming you know, and if you haven't, just go fucking read a plot summary. What the fuck's wrong? You ever seen Space Jam? They didn't get the Looney Tunes, and they didn't get Michael Jordan either. But during this entire altercation, Amelia Earhart had found a new passion in her life. Basketball. And she wanted to become the GOAT. So she trained. She got herself in shape. She became amazing. She became legendary. And she called up to Zeus and she said, "Zeus! 1v1 me, bro. I beat you, I win back my freedom. But if you beat me, you can turn me into whatever the hell you want." So they played. And while Amelia had become amazing, Zeus was still a fucking god. And he is the god. And he whooped her ass. Posterized that bitch. And so God decided he was going to turn her back into the original human form. And if you watch my last video entitled Professor Gibbs on Who Let the Dogs Out, which if you did, first of all, thank you. Second of all, fuck you. Thirdly, you would know that would be the dog. He turned Amelia Earhart into a golden retriever. But Amelia Earhart's love for basketball and all things sport was still there. And so she became Air Bud. And of course she would die a few years later because dogs don't live that long. So my dear students, what happened to Amelia Earhart? She would become the main antagonist in the 90s hit Space Jam and the main protagonist in the series of films entitled Air Bud. Class dismissed.